Badass Buckeye here, talking about the Ohio State versus Utah game. Ohio State is missing 4 players from this game, and yes, it's a big thing. Let me go ahead and read these names real quick. All right, we're looking at wide receivers Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, defensive tackle Haskell Garrett, offensive lineman Nicholas Petit-Ferrer. Those 4 players I just mentioned, those are key starters on this team. And of course, I mean, it just kills me that Olave is not going to play because he just needed, about 70 more yards to get 1,000 yards for the season. We would have had 3 wide receivers that had 1,000 yards each. I don't know if that's ever been done before. But Stroud's going to have to come out big. I believe in Stroud, the way he's performed. My God, we actually about killed and murdered him earlier the first 4 games of the season. We were all over him, including me, dogging him about how bad he was. His throws were so off. I know he was injured. I guess it was in the Minnesota game where he hurt his shoulder. But I didn't know to the extent of injury. And a lot of his decision-making, I think that was off. He was not making the read quick enough and then delivering the ball fast enough. I think that was my main thing I had about him. Of course, then the news comes out that his shoulder was hurt, and I had to go back and retract everything on YouTube and Facebook about saying the wrong things about him. I had no idea his shoulder was hurt that bad. But when he took that week off, he came back. He was sharper than ever. And I think that was just from studying the film and learning to get the ball out quicker, making quicker decisions. So Stroud has come a long way. He is the future for the next year or the year after that. I think he'll be around for 2 more years because he's got to learn the pro game. He's got to build up his body, his upper body especially. But this game coming up against Utah is motivated. This is their Super Bowl. We should not be taking them lightly. I was in the beginning because we're Ohio State fans. We have the biggest egos in the world. That's what makes us who we are. But Ohio State is not as motivated as Utah. Like I said, it's their Super Bowl. They beat Oregon twice for over 30 points when Oregon dominated us at home. My God, I didn't think that was ever going to happen. So Utah does have the talent. We cannot play. We've got to play to our strengths. And that's basically what we've been doing all year is run the ball efficiently and pass the ball. But like I said, the 2 wide receivers that are out, that was Stroud's bread and butter go-to. I know we still have the other receiver in there, and my God, I haven't got his name correct, but was it Smith Njigba? I had to look it up. It's kind of embarrassing to caught me in this spot right here. So I'm so concentrated on the 2 receivers that are out. But while we're on here, hold that thought. All right, I had to cheat, get on my cell phone, look at his name. Smith Njigba. There you go. All right, we know how good he is. My God, I mean, he could have been all pro already in the NFL. We also got the other wide receiver. I know we have Marvin Harrison, but I am looking for a Julian Fleming. He really hasn't broken out yet all season, and that's kind of a surprise there. Will this be the game? Basically, what I'm interested in is I know we got Smith Njigba, which is a praising right there. At least he'll be there. The other 2 won't be there. I think that's going to somewhat slow us down a tad because the new R receivers are going to have to come in out of the blue and then put on a show and go forward. So that really works in Utah's favor because we don't have the timing down right. I'm sure you're going to see that in the game. Overall, Ohio State does have better all talent, and they should win the game, but the deciding factor is the motivation. Can Ohio State get up for the game? That's another kicker because, look, they have to travel from Ohio to California. Utah is only 10 hour drive to get there, or a 10-hour flight. I know it's 10 hours away. Another thing to worry about is that Utah sold more tickets for their fans than Ohio State. I think Utah was up to, 20 or 30,000 tickets sold compared to Ohio State's 13. So when Ohio State has the ball, there's going to be a lot of noise because half the stadium is going to be going for Utah, and that's going to upset our timing. It would be hard to believe that Utah could beat Ohio State. But considering the factors, we're missing two of the top three receivers for Ohio State, missing a top defensive tackle who stops the run, and our run wasn't that great to begin with. We got ran over by Michigan and, of course, Oregon. And I think Minnesota early in the year, they were doing a number on us too. But we had the two rookie defensive ends in there. And that didn't help. And, of course, we're missing one of our top O-line, offensive linemen. So it's going to be a challenge missing those four key starters. We don't have the motivation like Utah. Utah's coming in with a chip on their shoulder, and it's their Super Bowl. My prediction for the game, we have Ohio State 40, Utah 30. We only have an average defense. Let's not fool ourselves. My God, I mean, any decent team, offensive lineman, and with a good running game and a decent offensive lineman, especially the big ones, can run us over. It's a good thing we didn't play Wisconsin this year because they were freaking ran all over us. Let me know what you think. The game's going to be here in a couple of days, and I appreciate your comments. Thank you very much.